today we have a nice agenda, have some home things I want to work on, some nesting things, baby things, work things. It's just a well-rounded day that we have ahead of us, so looking forward to it. It's also date night, and Brandon and I have been talking about where we want to go. We usually try to go out to eat, just because it's just nice to get out of the house. And I mean, sometimes we'll try to think of like an activity and stuff, but we just love going out to eat. But I will say I am so picky right now, just with my acid reflux and everything. So I think I'm saying that right now. For the longest time I said acid reflex, but I think it's acid reflux, and I just started calling it heartburn because people use them interchangeably and it's essentially the same thing. But anyways, sometimes it's hard to decide on a restaurant because nothing really sounds good besides watermelon and like breakfast food. Breakfast food is just my favorite right now. Like pancakes, eggs, like that kind of stuff just feels so like it's not gonna flare up my acid reflux, and it just sounds delicious. So we need to do more breakfast dates apparently, but we're thinking of doing pizza tonight at one of our favorite pizza spots, which I definitely won't be having pizza with tomato sauce, but we'll see. They have really good salads too, which is nice. But excited to carry out the day. I want to start out with just doing some tidying up. Also, I wanted to give you a little garden update. I gave you one recently, but it is amazing just how quickly things change and evolve out there, especially with our summer weather. So I harvested a lot of straw flower, which I've been growing. We planted it from seed in February, and I wasn't sure because I planted it in a spot that I've never planted anything before, so I was a little unsure how well it would grow with the light and the conditions, but thankfully it's growing really well. I think I'll actually plant more this autumn or later this summer to be ready for autumn. And I found out straw flower is cut and come again flowers. So you can cut the blooms and then hopefully they'll just continue to produce new blooms, and you can kind of stock up on these beautiful, beautiful flowers. And what's so fabulous about straw flower is that it's so papery. The petals are very papery. I'm gonna do some ASMR. Hear that? It's so papery and quite resilient. I mean, I'm kind of handling it a little roughly and you can tell it's hanging in there. So we have this beautiful purple stem, and then we have some yellow, and I'm learning the best time to harvest them. I actually cut these or trimmed them at the wrong time. I should have trimmed them a little earlier because as you can see, they're kind of like going to seed. Still adorable, but I think it's actually best if you're using them to dry out, or if you want to save them and dry them out, it's best to trim them when they're more closed up like this, like these purple ones. I did a better job. So I'm learning, but still really cute. And then another thing I'll probably do as well that is recommended is to, as soon as you trim them, you thread some floral wire into the stem, because the stems do become quite flimsy as you dry them out. But what's great about this is I can just cut them at their stem, cut the stem off, and then just use them for little crafts and stuff without the stem. So I'm not too concerned, but we're learning. That's been exciting to have these blooms though, because it's been on my list to try to grow them for quite some time, and I'm just really excited to have had some success, and I'm even more excited again that they're cut and come again. So hopefully we'll just keep collecting them and we can make some fall crafts with them, because to me, especially the golden ones, they remind me of the fall season. So really excited. But yeah, I'll give you like a quick little update, because there is something a little funny actually out there. And I want to show you the sweet potato vine, because I'm feeling good about our sweet potato harvest this year. The leaning tower of zinnias are still leaning. I need to get a lot more of these wooden trellises. Well, this one could actually support more. I need to just hammer it down a bit. This one actually is doing quite a good job because we hammered it this weekend, and we have these truly like 5-foot zinnias that are still blooming. They really don't look that great, honestly. anymore. It's kind of sad looking, but the thing is I'm just holding on to them because I still harvest so many, and then they keep coming back producing such pretty blooms. And then again, I also want to just let some of them fall and go to seed so that I can collect the seeds. Like this beautiful pink cupcake one, this is on its way out, but I want to just keep it going and then let it go to seed, and then I'll collect all of the seeds to use next springtime. So that's what the game plan is. But yeah, it's looking a little funky out here. This sunflower is still producing a ton of sunflowers though, which I love, and it's just so fun to watch the bees come discover it, and it gets me really excited to plant a bunch of sunflowers for fall time. And then here's our elderberry, which I told Brandon, I am so excited about the elderberry, and we've been having fun collecting it. We actually have a bunch frozen. So during like cold and flu season, we can make a bunch of like immune boosting gummies and syrups and stuff, which is great. But I said we're gonna need to cut this back a little bit because it is actually gonna take over our whole yard. I cannot even believe how big and quickly this is growing. It's just such a testament when you grow or when you plant native species in your garden. They're just gonna thrive because it's what makes sense. Like I don't know if I even shared when we first got it, but it was seriously like where my hand is, and it was a stick. There was no greenness, so that's really remarkable. And then our plumeria over here, she has lots and lots of blooms. Brandon always has one in his office by his desk. He comes down and switches it out every few days, and it's so cute. It actually smells amazing as well. Here's our sweet potato vine, quite happy. I have a lot of volunteer little lettuce sprouts that keep popping up, especially since we got more rain. So everything's been looking a little happier, but I gotta pull those out. But we have the sweet potato growing and growing and growing. It really is just incredible how we literally just placed a sweet potato in the soil about a month ago, and then all of this comes into fruition. Nothing too noteworthy over here, but then our pepper bed, we have our chamomile still going strong, still no blooms, but it smells amazing. And then these peppers were volunteer peppers from our last pepper. I don't even know what kind of peppers these are. They're a type of bell pepper, but I did not know that they were growing here until recently when the peppers started coming in. I thought I planted habanero here, which I did, but this overshadowed it, I guess. But we do have one of our habanero plants going strong. So we have a little habanero pepper coming right here, which is very exciting. And this is also another spicy pepper, and our jalapeno little sprouts are not doing well. So I might just need to wait to try jalapenos again in the autumn or springtime, because I think I kind of missed my window, or I'm just not having great luck. So we'll see, but things are happening. Crossing off some emails and editing before we have ourselves a baking break, and I wanted to thank Squarespace for partnering with me for this portion of today's video. I'm so thankful to partner with Squarespace so frequently and for so long now, because I have truly used Squarespace for my personal website for 7 going on 8 years. So it's really just been a huge part of my business and just online presence, and I love to add different thoughts on there, as well as every month I do a free desktop wallpaper that you can download. So the new month is coming up soon. It's actually my goal to, before like going on a little maternity leave and stuff, or before the just busyness of newborn season, I want to try to create all of the wallpapers for like the rest of the year just so that they're on the site ready to go for you. So fingers crossed, I cross that off of the to-do list soon. But if you're unfamiliar, Squarespace is an incredible user-friendly platform to create your very own personalized website, and they actually have a new guided design system called Squarespace Blueprint, where you can choose from professionally curated layouts and styling options, and you can build your own unique online presence from the ground up. So you really can tailor it to your brand or your business, and it's optimized for every device because I know we have such a variety of different devices these days, so that's really important. And again, they just really try to make it as seamless and simple as possible for you. So they have optimized SEO tools, and if you're interested in selling products online, whether digital or physical, they have those resources for you, and they make checkout really seamless for your customer with simple but powerful payment tools. So that's another great feature if that does interest you. And again, I just appreciate how attainable it's been for me to create a website and then also have it evolve with me throughout the years, throughout all the different seasons. I have personally sold digital products through Squarespace, and now I'm just offering free products right now, but they still are able to equip me with what I need and what I'm looking for. So if you're interested in checking out Squarespace for yourself, you can head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/AllisonBickerstaff to save 10% on your first purchase of a website or a domain. Have a cute update on this little corner between our stairs and this closet. This has been a whole little saga because we have this empty piece of space that I haven't given a ton of thought to, but through the years I've brainstormed different ideas of what it could be used for. Did I want to put shelves for storage or baskets for storage, or who knows? And I shared maybe a couple months ago, I was like, oh, it would be such a cozy reading nook, and I fit one of our little bench cushions in the space and it fit perfectly. So I was like, ooh, I could make a little nook. And although I still like that idea, I think it's cute. A few people commented and said, just leave it for now and use it to store your stroller. And that's so brilliant. And look, it fits perfectly. This is the Duna, so this is our travel stroller. And it fits so perfectly. I would love input actually. If you have a favorite stroller brand, we're really excited about the Duna for travel and just on the go situations and whatnot. But we plan to invest in another stroller for daily use and long walks, especially in rocky paths and stuff. We're hoping to spend a lot of time in nature, so would love if you have any stroller recommendations. I feel like I'm just trying to make such a good decision because of course they're expensive, they're a big investment, and I don't want to be wasteful and just buy one that can't grow with our family. But then again, I've heard if you buy a double stroller from the get-go, it's really bulky, where the first few years of, I don't know, there's just a lot to consider. So I'm excited we have our Duna, and it just feels nice. We have a car seat and we have a stroller, we're good to go. But I'm still in the market for our daily walk around the neighborhood stroller. But this one is so nifty for travel and everything. So that's exciting. But thank you to those wise people and friends who told me to just hang tight. I don't need another little cozy reading corner because it is a perfect place to store this little thing. Adorable. Our sourdough starter is a little too happy over here, just truly bursting at the seams. We are going to make zucchini bread. I've never made zucchini bread before. I don't even know if I like zucchini bread, but I was thinking of something fun to bake because I love to bake and I love to have fresh baked goods. That has just been always sounding good, just something bready and sweet. And I was thinking, okay, what's something we can make that is hopefully yummy but has like a little bit more nutritional value? And zucchini bread popped into mind, and it's perfect because zucchini is a summer squash, so it's in season now, and I would just love to start eating some since I'm not the best at it, but I love to try to find what's in season and consume a lot of those fruits and veggies. So we're gonna try our hand at some zucchini bread, and hopefully it'll be nutritious and delicious. This isn't a sourdough recipe, but I clearly have a lot of sourdough discard that's just happy, so I'm just gonna pop some in. I'm not worried about it really affecting any of the recipe or like making it, well, I hope it tastes better, but I don't think it'll really alter the recipe that much. So I'm just popping that in, and I'll link the recipe, but just so you know, I also subbed coconut oil for the vegetable oil. We just love coconut oil, so, and I don't have vegetable oil, but hopefully that won't be an issue. I'll be the guinea pig. Our first loaf is in. I didn't even realize until I started making it, but this recipe is 2 loaves, which is actually perfect because I'm going to save the second loaf and freeze it. I'm gonna slice it and freeze it, and that can be part of our postpartum food stash. I think it'll be really great for just like quick snacks and breakfasts. So that's the plan. I did take quite a few liberties with this recipe, so hopefully it's good. I cut down the sugar to a cup instead of a cup and a half, and then I drizzled some honey in the mix as well, because why not? So we'll have our taste test later. I'm actually about to run out the door and go thrift shopping with Liz. We're just gonna pop over to one thrift shop and just do a little peruse, but I'm hopeful this will be a tasty treat for when we get back. This kind of looks color coordinated. I guess it is, but it's kind of almost cute. But then the bottom is here, a weapon. Only $5, which for Goodwill is good because they've been going crazy.
Loves Goodwill.
Oh yeah, you need to give that to her. Baked a tiny bit more. Yeah. Like a tiny bit right there. Like I feel like these are fine, but like once you get more in the center.
Yeah. You already put the other one in.
Yeah.
Do you have another?
But I could just put it on a cookie sheet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna fall apart.
Okay. Here are thrift shop finds. Liz found this for her grandma-in-law. It's so cute. Because she likes to garden and it's just really perfect for some garden tools. And then I picked up this one. I just can't help myself with the autumn stuff. Little autumn pot. I like the texture of it and the color palette's really cute. And then Liz found this adorable bird storage container. And then this lamp, I actually need to test it out, but I bought this because I already have a lampshade that has some yellow and blue in it. So I'm thinking this could maybe pair well. But we need to test it out to make sure it works because it definitely looks a little aged, but hopefully. Clearly I'm not so well versed in lamps, but didn't realize that it needs some kind of support for the shade. Also, the shade is quite big for the base of the lamp, but oh, I'm so tempted because the color is so perfect. The blue is really nice. So I don't know, we'll have to think back on this, but it does work. So there's something. But yeah, maybe I can find, yeah, I really don't know how you attach it because other lampshades have like a wire spot where you twist it in at the top, and it gives it more height. But I don't even know where I would attach that on this lamp, which maybe, I have no idea. So I'm sure one of you would know actually. So let me know if you have any thoughts of what this could be, or maybe it's a bust. We all sampled the zucchini bread and happy to report it's delicious. I'm actually very into it. We're about to go on our date night, so I don't want to nibble on it too much, but I love the flavor. Brandon said it's not as good as banana bread, which of course, I put chocolate chips all over that banana bread too, so it's different, but to me, I actually like, one thing that's so great about it as well is that it's not as sweet or like decadent as banana bread, so it's really just like, it feels more hearty for a breakfast or like a nice snack, well-rounded snack. So the baking time has been tricky. We did run out the door mid-bake, so I just had Brandon pull it out when the timer went off. But the range on the recipe is like, okay, bake it for 40 through 55 minutes, which is a 15-minute range. So I think for ours, maybe with the starter or the discard as well, that makes it more, it gives it more moisture. So maybe that's why it's taking longer to bake, but I had to pop it back in the oven a few times to try to make it cook through the middle, the center. So it's one little thing, but great recipe, great snack to have on hand. Now it's time for pizza.
Is the garlic not?
last night was really sweet and delicious and just a fabulous time. The pizza that we ordered was divine. I'm actually already like craving it again. It was the perfect flavor. Good morning, I'm like still waking up. The perfect flavor profile, especially for my taste buds right now, and it didn't cause me to get acid reflux. It had blueberries on it and honey, and there was no red sauce, but it was like cheesy, but the blueberries and the honey, the sweetness, it was delicious. And then we got some ice cream, and then the zucchini bread this morning really hit the spot. I'm so glad we made that. It was really good. And now this morning I have some computer work I need to do, but before that I want to squeeze in some assembly of some baby furniture that I'm excited about. Probably only have time to put together the rocker, but we have this really adorable rocker I'd love to get set up, see what it looks like, get it all situated. Also, I wanted to show you, I got my thank you cards in for the baby shower. They're really cute. They're from Rifle Paper Company, and so I need to have a nice sit down and start writing thank you cards. But I was trying to maybe find like a sunshine one, but I didn't find any that I really loved. But then I saw these, and they're more generic but really cute, like with the blue, and they're really pretty. And then I also ordered sunflower seeds that I want to stick into the thank you cards, which I need to double check the weight of the seeds with the cards. I think it'll be light enough still with one stamp, but I should probably just check on that. Oh, and of course, icing on the cake for the thank you card situations, our manatee stamps. I really want to keep stocking up on these because I don't know when they'll discontinue them, but I just always want manatee stamps on hand. But here's the thank you cards, sunflower seeds. So I'm excited to start penning those together. This is just so cute. It looks so comfy as well. Palmer's like, ooh, don't mind if I do. I'm just gonna cozy up in there. I also love how the box says, my first chair. And then we have the bassinet underneath, but we'll probably put it together later this weekend. Thank you so much for watching today's vlog. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm about to hunker down in my editing cave, get some editing done, work on some computer work, and then later this evening, I'm making broccoli cheddar soup, and our doula is coming over for dinner and like a birth prep course, kind of, I guess you could say, where she's just gonna teach us a bunch of breathing and positions for labor, and also just that I should start implementing throughout the days to keep my body moving and grooving, get baby nice and situated. So that's the plan for the rest of the day. But again, thank you all so much for watching and always being so encouraging and gracious. I'm just really thankful for you, especially in this tender season. But I hope you and yours are well, and I'm excited to see you next.